I know what you're thinking right now. He's doing a video about Tiffany's? Looks like that YouTube money is really rolling in. No. This actually comes from a place of jealousy of not only the Tiffany's jewelry that I can't afford, but also the everyday objects that just cost so much money. How much money? Let's find out by going through the other stuff that Tiffany and Co sells. This may come as a shock, but for most of my life, I did not think about Tiffany and Co at all. Until one fateful day, I came across this. I may not know shit about jewelry, but I do know a luxury ball when I see one. But unfortunately, I was not able to get my hands on it because it was only available for a limited window back in 2023, and not because it cost somewhere between $9,000 and $29,000. At this point, I really only saw Tiffany's as a company that owned a very specific shade of blue. And yes, you can trademark colors. Now, I don't know if I should be showing you this, but this right here is called 1837 Blue, named after the year the company was founded, and you cannot use it. Other colors you cannot use are the UPS Brown, also known as Pullman Brown, T-Mobile Magenta, something that AT&T learned the hard way, and Barbie Pink, or Pantone 219C if you want to use its government name. And don't you worry, I do have a video on colors in the works, because I know what you, the audience, really want to see. Okay, I don't actually, but there is a video about colors in the works, and if you want to see it, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on it. Because I don't know when it's coming out, but it will happen. You're going to be like, whoa, I didn't know that color was that color. But back to Tiffany's. The Pokeball was just one of many collaborations they've done with other brands and artists. As of this recording, they actually have one going on with Beyonce, and the prices are kind of reasonable. They're not cheap by any means, but it's not like down payment on a condo expensive. And even if it was, it kind of makes sense. After all, this is a luxury brand working with a luxury artist. A luxury brand that, on occasion, works with independent artists, making them all the money they will make in their lifetimes. Because that's how art careers work. Here's a tip, kids. Sell out first, and then go do that weird art thing. It's going to be much, much easier that way. One of the art projects that they have is called Bird on a Rock by Gene Schulenberger that's been a reoccurring offering since 1965. It's a diamond bird on a jewel, and somehow still costs less than a pair of Taylor Swift concert tickets. And hey, maybe art isn't your thing. Perhaps you're a sports person. Have you ever heard of a little prize called the Lombardi Trophy? The thing that Tom Brady was so addicted to that it ironically ended his marriage? For anyone trying to woo Giselle, maybe get her some Tiffany's. Or don't, because you might be scarred by this whole experience. I don't know what Giselle wants. She doesn't want Tom Brady. That we know. Maybe you're a sports person and football's not your thing. That's cool. How about basketball? Because the Larry O'Bird Trophy, also made by Tiffany's. And if you don't care about the big one, in-season and postseason MVPs for both the NBA and WNBA, Tiffany's trophies. Maybe neither of those are your sports. That's fine, because the Woodland Vase, the Commissioner's Trophy, and the League of Legends Pro Dragon Trophy were all made by Tiffany and Co. Is there anything that these jewelers don't do? No, there isn't. Because on top of all these prestigious trophies and highly coveted jewels, they're also in the everyday objects game. And I'm talking mundanely everyday, like pencil sharpener mundane, which can be yours for $275. The everyday object that they introduced that caused the most amount of anger and ironically turned around a downward trend for the company was this tin can right here. Now I want you to think real hard on what a decorative tin can should cost. And I'll give you a hint. A can of Campbell's tomato soup costs around $3 Canadian. And in 2006, one of Andy Warhol's Campbell soup paintings sold for $11.6 million. And the hint is that the price of this tin can is somewhere between those two. It might make you feel a little bit better that the price is actually closer to the can of soup with the soup in it, coming in at $1,000. And if this tin can is a little too small for you, you can also get a coffee can for a couple bucks more, coming in at $1,500. And the everyday collection wasn't a one-off either. You can go on the website right now and spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on things that would normally cost dollars. Maybe you want to get something like that as a gift. Although, it's kind of only a gift if the person receiving it understands the value of what it is. So let's go see if a normal person has any idea what any of these everyday items cost in a game I like to call Tiffany and Coast. So the cost of these Tiffany's items.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's Tiffany and Co. And we're doing the cost. So Tiffany and
So not just Tiffany.
cost.
Like the coast of a highway, coast of California coast.
Nope, like cost pronounced with an emphasis on the O. It's very, very clever. So I know you love candles. What would you say would be the price of this candle right here?
Okay, I know candles can be very expensive. Not just the Home Sense $9.99 markdown ones. So I'm gonna say 120.
120. The actual retail price of this Tiffany's candle is $150.
Okay, you could reuse the container after, which is always a pro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fancy cotton pad holder.
It will always bear the Tiffany name. We all need a pen from time to time, right?
Okay.
How much would you say is the cost of this right here?
Part of me wants to say 79, but I have a feeling it's like 215.
215? Really good guess. Now, it's this pen right here. The Tiffany blue pen
Okay.
retails at $275.
Wow. Like most of the pens I have is a collection of stealing them from other people who have good pens. And I couldn't imagine spending this much on something to write with and maybe somebody else stealing it from me.
So that's the signature Tiffany's pen.
Okay.
But what if you wanted a gold Tiffany's pen? How much do you think that would cost you?
Does it write in gold? Or is it
It
just gold?
does not. It writes in blue
Oh.
or black.
It's just a different color pen, so not 275 or 250, whatever you just said?
It's a different price, that's correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Higher? Lower?
Guess
Okay.
whichever way your heart leads you.
I guess the question is, what's more expensive, Tiffany blue or gold? 300.
300? Okay. So this gold pen retails for $900.
Holy, wow.
Yep.
Wow. We're so poor. Is that a dreidel?
That is a dreidel. You want to guess the price on the dreidel?
$50.
It's a sterling steel Tiffany dreidel. It does have the blue lining around the outside here.
I don't know how much dreidels should go for, but I thought they were supposed to be made out of clay.
That is what the song says.
Yeah. I want to say $50, but I know it's not going to be that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, what is it?
So you're saying 50?
Yeah.
Actual retail price is $1,000.
Insane. Unreal.
So we have a friend who's about to have a child,
Oh.
and they could be born with a literal silver spoon from Tiffany's.
Oh.
How much do you think this child silver spoon from Tiffany's cost?
It quite looks like a baby spoon. It's like a sugar spoon, not even like a soup spoon.
It's very much a baby spoon. It's under the baby category.
Oh.
This is literally a silver spoon for a child.
The dreidel has really thrown me off, so I'm $750.
$750? Okay. It's actually a bargain at $200.
Wow, we still ain't buying it.
No.
Sorry to our friends. They're not
Sorry,
getting
Alex.
a Tiffany's silver spoon. Okay.
Silver spoon, a bit crazy. We're not going to get that. How about this plush rabbit?
That is terrifying.
No, it's so adorable. Look at that. It looks like it has real rabbit hair.
I don't like the eye placement with it's very much like, it's a jump scare for sure. I think this is the stuff kids have nightmares over.
I think we're looking at this in different ways. Because I think this looks super soft and plush.
It's very much like, ah! 500?
$500 for this rabbit?
It just seems something like very ridiculous.
$500 is such a crazy price because this is only $300.
Okay, I've really gone off the deep end with the dreidel price. So how can the spoon be 200 but this little terrifying rabbit only be like 300? It's just not. Like, one is a silver spoon and one is a teddy bear.
So we do have a variety of Tiffany spoons here.
Oh.
So this is the one we looked at.
Oh, you can get them. You can personalize it.
Yeah, you get a little silver fork at a humble $275. You get a spoon and a fork combination for
That's a little bit of a deal.
mere $350.
What is the one next to it? A bubble.
A sterling silver bubble blower.
Somebody just has molds of random shit and has poured silver into it and was like, let's do a bubble blower. Send our kids outside with a $200 bubble blower.
So we did a pen, and here's a Sharpie, which if you worked in the hospitality industry, you know a Sharpie's worth its weight in gold. People be sniping them.
So pen to an office worker is Sharpie to a chef. So here's the thing about buying things that will run out and need replacement, because I highly doubt there's refills for this. I mean, you could leave the lid off of this and really
Yeah,
dry
just
out
gone.
or go through the wash. Like, you've definitely put a pen through the washer.
Many times.
Yeah. Okay, $150.
$150 for the Sharpie?
Yeah.
The pen was over $200. This is a thicker ink.
$250 can't be much more than a pen.
I don't know what the Venn diagram of people who shop at Tiffany's and need Sharpies on a regular basis is, because this comes in at $840. My fellow chefs out there, you can have yourself a Tiffany Sharpie for a humble $840.
Those chefs need to stay humble because they ain't going to be able to afford $840 for that pen.
Yeah, you know someone like Rob Feeney's rocking this? Okay, if you're buying a pen, maybe you need a stationery to write on.
Great. Something else that's single use, or going to run out.
This is actually a 12-pack.
Oh.
But what's the Tiffany and Coast on this?
You know what's also insulting about this? This is not even a nice border.
The inside looks very soft on the envelope.
Well, sure. But this looks like the border your elementary teacher would put up, the chalkboards, and they would put paper on it and put the borders and be like, fall is here. This is what this looks like. However, the price for this must be... Stationery can be expensive. $250?
$250?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Think about wedding invitations or something.
Actually, a steal at $150
Okay.
for a set of 12. I think this is the most reasonably priced thing that they have. Okay, let's get to the real fun stuff.
Oh.
Bocce ball set.
Okay, do you think this is for display or do you think it's to use? Because this is something that's going to hit the ground, one of the dirtiest places. I think $39 is too much at Walmart for this kid, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with a bocce ball set, you're throwing it, it's going to hit the ground, it's going to hit each other, it's going to wear down.
Dog poop in the backyard.
Yeah, get a little dookie on there.
It should be $49.
Mm-hmm. Should be.
But it's Tiffany, so I'm going to say $120.
That's a good guess.
Is it?
Yeah, no. It's $3,000.
Shut up!
This bocce ball set is $3,000.
The things that they're selling and the prices are just... nothing makes sense. The marker from the pen, from the bear to the spoon, and now you got a bocce ball and the note paper. Nothing makes sense for the price of it. I can't. Next.
This ball of sterling silver yarn.
Okay, one could argue this is art.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
One could argue that.
Yeah, the equivalent to going to a gallery and buying a sculpture or an art. So I could see maybe you're real big into knitting or crocheting or cats. I'm going to think about it from the point of a sculpture. $900.
$900.
Yeah.
Okay. For this sterling silver sculpture?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are 10% of the way there.
Holy cow. No, again, the pricing makes no sense. I just don't understand how this ball of yarn is that much more.
I think it's fine craftsmanship to get that sterling silver ball going.
You think somebody made it versus a machine made it?
I think something made it.
So much to gobsmacked.
Well, how about this plain alarm clock? That's plain as in aviation.
There's nothing plain.
No, obviously, it's very intricate.
Okay, so serves function out of all of these things a little bit more. You know what I mean?
That's a beautiful display.
Ball set versus the yarn versus the pen and then the spoon. $550.
$550.
Something tells me it's higher.
Yeah, are you sure you don't want to guess again?
Is it more than a ball of yarn?
It is more than a ball of yarn.
11,000?
You're closer.
15,000.
15,000. Okay. Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. It actually retails for a mere...
What the heck?
$42,000.
How are they? Who's buying this?
People who love planes and
blue.
What is this over here?
Up a description.
42,000.
Okay, this over here is the Elsa Peretti Heart Bookmark in sterling silver. So it's a bookmark. It is a bookmark next to...
I know.
I'll give you a hint. That's not a hint.
6,000.
6,000? No, come on. Who's going to pay 6,000 for a bookmark? It's only $80.
This is insane. The placement of it on their website doesn't even make sense. It's like, here's this $80 bookmark.
It's pretty impressive because I think that's a bookmark as well. Yep, so you have an $80 bookmark, $80 bookmark, and right next to it you have this car which comes in at $57,000.
Taxi clock is about the same as my student loan debt. And somebody just went, oh, I still pay for my education, and that person just has a freaking clock that never does anything. What a waste of money. What an absolute waste of money. Where does it even tell the time?
So it's right back here.
Oh, so you have to look at the top of the car?
Yeah, it's in a real awkward place.
Like, if you had it on the shelf, you wouldn't be able to see it unless you went over to the car and looked on top of it?
Yep. Yeah, this does cost more than most new sedans. Is there anything else you were interested in?
No, I'm actually quite depressed right now, so... Between, like, the Tiffany and Co. and these prices, like feeling a little, like, agitated on the inside. I'm like, ah! It's a lot.
Tiffany and Co.
What a fun game with such a clever title. I'm sure you'll all be playing Tiffany and Coast at home yourselves. And more importantly, thank you for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this, like button, subscribe button, maybe share this with someone in your life who wants a $200 pen. Until the next one, bye now.